to me, country music, my favorite thing about it, it's always been about the lyric first. That's not to say there's not great melodies over the years and still aren't, but it's definitely been all about the lyric. Look at songs like The Dance, or Angel Flying Too Close to the Ground, or Chiseled in Stone, or He Stopped Loving Her Today. It was all stuff that either tugged at your heartstrings or was put together brilliantly by the songwriters and sold brilliantly as the singers. And to me, that's what makes a great country song is great lyrics. I always grew up listening to, again, traditional stuff, but I always loved Southern rock as well. Skinner and Marshall Tucker and all those guys. And so, I think my first album represents those two pretty well. And, so that was the stuff I had music-wise ready to go when I signed my record deal. And there were a couple guys who had done it, Charlie Daniels being the first. Travis Tritt kind of came after him and married the two worlds together pretty good. And after Travis Tritt, it was Montgomery Gentry. And, after Montgomery Gentry, there wasn't a whole lot of people doing that, in my opinion, with a lot of success. And I think our first album is kind of in the vein of what those guys tried to do. I don't claim that it's as good as what they did, but it's the same direction. Or at least that's what I tried to do. And my second album, I'm a fan of people who change from album to album. My second album was more traditional and kind of more honky-tonk, twangy country. And then this album is again, there's kind of a little bit of everything on it. While I was writing the song, in particular the last verse, I'm going, I have to somehow, some way get Charlie Daniels on this. And I don't even know if I want the verse to be on there if he can't do it, because this is so him. And I happened to be playing a show with him a month or so after we wrote the song, and walked up to him and said, man, I know this is probably not the most appropriate time to ask this, but I don't know if I'll get another opportunity. And I said, I got this song I just wrote. I'm cutting an album at some point. I have no idea when, but this is definitely going to be on it, and I would love for you to sing on it and play fiddle on it. And he said, what's it called? I said, For Some Old Redneck Reason. He said, I'd never sing on a song like that. And he kind of chuckled. And obviously he was kidding, and he said, I'd be honored. You tell me when and where, and I'll be there. And to hear that from one of my heroes in this business, I was taken back, and I'm going, oh my gosh. Well, they're definitely more blurred now. That's pretty obvious. Country music is more diverse now than I've ever seen it in my lifetime, and I think it's more diverse than it's ever been, in all honesty. It's always been cyclable, where it would sound a little more pop, and then it would sound a little more country, and then it would sound a little more pop and a little more rock, and it's always done that. But it's not gone to the extents that it has now. And that said, it's not my thing, but it's all been good for our genre. It's grown our genre. It's brought new fans into the format. But it's very important to me that there are at least a few of us out there still waving the flag for traditional country music, because it's what made it, in my opinion, the best genre of music out there. And so the more we include the other stuff, the less we have of the traditional stuff. So it's important for some of us out there to kind of try to keep that voice heard too. My first musical memory is singing Honky Tonk Man into the corner of my mom and dad's TV stand in the living room by Dwight Yoakam. Why I did that, no idea. I always loved country music, even from the time I was 3-4 years old. And supposedly I was a really good singer back then, but who knows. Mom and Dad like to embellish a bit, but I never wanted to do this till I was 17, 18 years old. And, at the time, I didn't know it was going to go this far. I mean, I hoped that it would, but I don't think you can ever really, dream this big. It's crazy. I tell fans all the time, we're not, when they get nervous and stuff to talk to us, we're not born to do this. We're just like they are. We just have really kick-ass jobs. I wanted to be a country music star. Other than that, I wouldn't be here. I wanted to play music for a living, and I knew I couldn't do it from Poe in Arkansas. I wasn't one of these guys that wanted to get the heck out of Dodge when I graduated high school like all my buddies, and then obviously I'm the only one who did. But I fell in love with playing music, and I thought, man, I'm going to give this a shot before I'm 30 years old and wonder what would have happened if I wouldn't have tried it. And I've been so blessed that everybody in this industry, country radio, all the fans have embraced me and given me a job that I just absolutely love to wake up and do every day.